Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by mountains, there lived a 24-year-old young man named Marco. Marco was very restless. His mind was always full of thoughts. All day long, different thoughts came and went, and these thoughts made him feel uneasy and tired. He always felt sad about his past and worried a lot about the future. Because of these thoughts, his mind was like a storm. He couldn't feel calm, couldn't sleep well, and even forgot how to smile. One day, Marco heard about a faraway village in the hills. People said that a wise old man lived there. That man used to be a famous psychologist in the city. He had helped many people in his life and had taught them how to find peace in their minds. Now, he was old. He left the busy life of the city and started living in a quiet village close to nature. Sometimes he gave advice to visitors. Marco became curious and hopeful. He decided that he must go and meet that old man. He thought that maybe this wise man could help him find peace. After many days of a long and tiring journey, Marco reached the village in the hills. When he got there, he saw a small house covered with greenery. On the porch of the house, the old man was sitting quietly. His eyes were closed and he looked very peaceful. Marco walked up to him and said softly that his mind was very restless. He explained that he could not stop thinking and that he wanted peace in his heart. He asked if the old man could help him. The old man slowly opened his eyes and gave a calm smile. He said that Marco was looking for peace, and so he should come with him for a small task. He took Marco to his little yard. Then he filled a glass with water completely full to the top. The glass was so full that even a little shake would make the water spill. He gave the glass to Marco and told him to walk from there to the edge of the village and then come back. But he must not spill even one drop of water. Marco looked at him with surprise, but he wanted to do his best, so he accepted the challenge. He held the glass carefully and started walking. The road was narrow and busy. Some people were walking, some were running. Shopkeepers were calling customers and dogs were barking. But Marco did not look around. His eyes stayed only on the glass. He walked slowly and carefully, step by step. People looked at him with surprise, but no one disturbed him. They knew he was learning something important. Finally, Marco came back to the old man and said that he had done it. He had not spilled even one drop of water. The old man nodded and smiled. Then he asked if Marco had seen the children playing on the side of the road or heard the dogs barking. Marco looked surprised and said that he had not seen or heard anything. He was only focusing on the glass. The old man smiled again and said gently that that was the secret, something that was always inside Marco, but he didn't know. When your mind stays in the present moment, then there is no space for fear, no confusion, and no extra thoughts. Marco was only thinking about the water in the glass. At that time, his mind became completely quiet. He was not sad about the past. He was not afraid of the future. Slowly, Marco began to understand. This was the peace he was searching for. Peace is not something we find outside. Peace is already inside us when we live in the present moment. Marco bowed his head and said softly that now he understood. If he wanted to calm his mind, he must keep his mind in this moment. That is when real peace comes. The old man smiled again. The sun was setting, and the last light touched the ground. Birds were flying back to their nests. Marco started walking back home. But now he was not the same restless young man. He had changed. He was peaceful inside because now he knew how to ease the mind. If you enjoyed the story, please feel free to show your support and pass it along to others who might find it meaningful. We appreciate you being here and hope you will join us again for more stories that inspire and uplift. Until next time, take care and may you find peace in every moment.